5 seconds to go. Start. To draft comprehensive legislation is no easy task, but technology lawmakers perhaps have it even more tough since the set of principles, rules, and regulations crafted must remain relevant for a foreseeable future in a rapidly changing technology landscape. Drafters must envisage all possible ways in which bad actors may cause public harm and accordingly develop principles to protect every member of society. A key challenge is to balance regulation with innovation. Regulations world over have struggled to remain relevant alongside the increased pace of technological developments. For example, many countries attempted to regulate the use of drones and most struggle to keep these pertinent to new developments in both technology and business models. The same is true for regulations dealing with medical devices and blockchain. The other aspect is the effectiveness of regulations. As an example, take India's motor vehicle driving regulations. Anyone who follows this regulation while driving in typical city traffic is likely to remain stranded for a long time at roundabouts. Many regulations in India are flawless but only on paper. The Digital Personal Data Protection Bill, on the other hand, prioritized progress over perfection. It is a significant departure from its earlier version, which thankfully did not reach Parliament. Chasing perfection in anything that deals with technology is a Sisyphean endeavor, a never ending pursuit. Simplicity is at the core of the DPDP bill, easily read, understandable, and compliance friendly. Such regulation was needed sooner than later. Absence of a comprehensive data protection regulation was not a good thing for several reasons, including consumer trust, lawful data processing, cross border trade, and most importantly, for driving innovation. India of late has undergone rapid digitization. Data volumes have increased substantially. The impressive digital adoption is fueled by factors such as affordable smartphones, growing internet penetration, government initiatives to promote digitalization, and the rise of digital platforms and services. Integration of networked devices such as mobile phones, automobiles, and electronic gadgets into the physical world generates and transmits a growing body of data which will continue to expand as emerging technologies like virtual reality, Internet of Things, robotic process automation, Web 3.0, and metaverse become mainstream. Given our demographic advantage and speed of digitalization, India needed a regulation that would balance governance with innovation. The bill's departure from the classical data protection regime has the potential to fuel India's digital innovation journey further. This approach to data protection will also make it very easy to implement. Many data protection regulations around the world were way different from practices followed by organizations that collect and process data. As a result, it required years of planning and preparation by organizations to comply with new regulations. The DPDP bill's pragmatic approach makes it very easy to implement at scale. It will also avoid undue compliance burdens on organizations that process data at scale, thus preserving India's affordability advantage. Most importantly, the bill can stand the test of time despite emergence of new technologies in the near term. Incidentally, the tech world has undergone a big non linear step change since the introduction of the draft bill in the form of a democratized generative AI. While it can be argued that many aspects of large generative AI models throw up significant data protection challenges like selective removal of personal information or disclosure of unintended information throughout prompt engineering, the current bill will do a fairly good job of staying relevant even for such new technology. Its timing and introduction of large language models before acceptance in Parliament gives various stakeholders confidence about its effectiveness and relevance. The bill has reached this stage through a process of evolution. The move from the earlier proposed regime to the current one was a complete transformation, keeping in mind the interest of economic growth and ease of implementation. But more importantly, the current bill has gone through a substantially wide consultation process. The ministry reportedly received over 21,000 comments and suggestions over the last few months. I have witnessed many of these suggestions deliberated holistically. It is not simply its drafting, but the wider consultation process that makes it much more future ready. What lies in the fine print? What worries me most is not the current but the future. Like all regulations that deal with a fast changing environment, this too will need to evolve and change. The bill allows for the introduction of additional requirements through rules. Lawmakers hopefully will retain the spirit of the bill and continue to follow similar principles and engage in similar consultation processes as and when the rules are framed. Stop.